Metrology, or the science of measurement, is widely used throughout engineering for various measurements. This goes much further than the basic tape measure or ruler, and the three main types of metrology tools we use here at the University of Idaho are calipers, micrometers, and telescoping gauges. These help the engineer to get the correct and accurate measurement to get the job done. Calipers are good for most measurements of higher tolerance. The first one was founded in a Greek giglio wreck near Italy. The ship dates back to 6th century BC, and the first caliper was pulled from the wreckage, and that design is still widely used to this day. Because of the large flat surfaces on the jaws, there could be error with the slightest bit of disorientation along the surface of the part being measured. These will keep you on point for high tolerance measurements as low as to the hundredth of an inch, while giving you a lot more accuracy than the use of a simple ruler. Just by applying the jaws to the exterior and opposite sides of a part to get the full and correct measurement of the part, this makes it easy for the engineer to reverse engineer a part at a fast pace and get it done right. There are three main types of reading scales on calipers. These would be dial, vernier scale, and digital calipers, which can be confusing to read if not trained properly. They will get you to the thousands place, but it is hard to have faith in the third digit after the decimal point using these. There are also other good tools to make accurate measurements, even more accurate measurements than a caliper. These would be micrometers. Micrometer, originating from the Greek words mikros for small and metron for measure, had its first appearance in documentation in 1670. A micrometer is much more precise than calipers, and the design with the small contact surfaces rather than the larger jaws of the caliper help make it so that disorientation doesn't affect the measurement as much. There are three main types of micrometer. One seen in the upper right image is an outside micrometer, and the original design for micrometers. These are used to measure the outside opposing sides of parts. The inside micrometer measures the inside diameter of a part with putting contacts on the inner diameter surfaces of the part. By redesigning the caliper to a T shape, we gain the depth micrometer, as seen in the bottom right. This shape of a T can sit on the top part, and then by sending the center shaft down into the part, you can measure the depth. This makes it easy to measure the depth of, say, a drilled hole, for instance. There are tools that measure the width of inner diameters that doesn't just include inside micrometers, though. A telescoping gauge, or bore gauge, you send into the middle the inner diameter of a part and release the ears and at the spot of measurement, and then by rotating the knob at the base of the handle until light pressure causes friction between the gauge and the part, then the distance is recorded. Then you tighten the knob to keep the gauge at the correct length, and then remove the telescoping gauge from the part and then measure it with a micrometer. You will get an accurate measurement of the bore inside diameter. There are also bore gauges that come with dials on them to display measurement before having to measure it with a micrometer, but these are not available for use in the ME shop laboratory and therefore are not important to us right now. With these three tools I have described to you accurately, you can measure just about anything you want to very accurately. These are needed for both low tolerance situations and high tolerance situations where it is almost possible to get an accurate measurement with the use of a ruler. Thank you so much for your time, and now you are ready to get out there and measure.